那么我下边介绍一下。
Then I will
就是关于
something about China's mediation. And the cultural differences that we have from you. The first successful mediation case I did was 30 years ago. At that time, you know, mediation was kind of administrative rather than civil issues. Of course, it's about the economic contract. At that time, according to the Chinese culture, generally speaking, people think mediation is much better than lawsuit, and lawsuit and mediation itself is not as good as conciliation. The conciliation is not as good as prevention beforehand. So we have a cultural tradition in comparison with arbitration and lawsuit or litigation. We prefer mediation or conciliation because Chinese people believe in the harmony among the people and kind of good faiths towards each other. Because you know, in the commercial cases, mediation is part of the arbitration process. In arbitration, it's more professional than mediation. For example, it's a professional construction problem. A banker cannot really deal with this issue, but an architect may deal with the case very well. So for different sectors of the industry, they have different unique techniques and skills. However, they do share a common cultural background. That is, as a mediator, I have to learn to able to control the atmosphere and control the situation. In the process, I should be aware that every party involved can give full play to his ideas, can give full expression to his opinions. We cannot make the two confronting each other severely, and sometimes if the situation is really out of control, say people are cursing each other, swearing at each other, then that would be a really bad case, and we should need certain kind of skills to prevent this, or if it really happened, to stop it resolutely. In a recent case, a person from Shandong and some from Henan province, they came here. They took their video cameras with them, and they took their banners with them. They were kind of very much excited and irritated, and I think that's going too far, and we have to control that atmosphere and make them calm down so they can sit down together and talk tranquilly, and actually they are negotiating and consulting with each other instead of confronting each other. And they have to be rational when they try to understand the opinions of the other side. And we cannot assume the other side is a bad guy in the process. And for the mediator, we should actually try to implant something into the parties' mind, saying something because of the condition. They have no choice but to do something, so that both sides will be calmer and they will feel better, and the atmosphere is better. Then they can have a better conversation, and we can mediate better. And you know, we have another style of mediation, that is we put the parties face to face, and you know, if they do have very huge contradiction with each other, then we just set them apart and put them to different rooms, and we talk individually to each of the referral parties and go discuss deeply with them, so that we know their baseline of the discussion and we know their bottom line, and we find out the root of their anger. Sometimes, you know, it's not only the money issue, sometimes it's more of the face issue, you know, because I've been insulted by you, I've been bullied, and now it's my time to revenge. So we do we Chinese people have some really cultural beliefs. I will not mention that in detail, but however, it focuses on harmony and face saving. And we have to understand what the people are thinking. Say, for those people who are really irritated and who cannot control themselves and who have a very weak nerve to bear the words, then we have to be very careful to take good care of them. And also, in China, because of the long existence of the feudal society, people do admire authority. In the process of mediation, if we just only have the mediator who is not authoritative, people will not listen to him. But if we have an arbitrator in the process of mediation, then both sides know the arbitrator is somebody authoritative, then he will be very nice to that guy, and he will behave himself, and he will not really leave a bad impression, and he will be kind of sincere, because the arbitrator can give a final award. And he knows that if he has leave a bad impression, the award will not be in favor of him. So we have to understand very clearly the psychology of the participants and the parties. We know their real intentions, and we help them settle their problems, have a settlement. So money is not the only priority. There are many other concerns. And the fourth thing, in China, mediation is a little bit different from the United States in that the tribunal award is binding legally, and the court will enforce it. So in the process of arbitration, people think it's better than pure mediation where there's no binding.
So with this arbitration award that has the enforceability can protect their protection. Next one is about the confidentiality and the allowance for ambiguity in the award. Arbitration in China, actually, mediation is part of the arbitration in China's arbitration process. In terms of mediation, my understanding is that sometimes parties are sort of worried about freely speaking out their hearts because they lack the trust on part of the mediator. So, and if the mediator or arbitrator want to really get what both parties want, you should keep confidential of the real mind of parties, unless you are authorized by the parties to disclose what they say. In solving these problems, for some ambiguity that parties would like to keep, I think that there should be allowance for such kind of ambiguities. Even though they can only reach a partial agreement, that will be a good. Thank you.